Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the MLM Engineers podcast with your host Bernard C. right here. Ever wonder how actual MLMers grow their profitable home businesses without bugging your friends and family? How do they find the right people into their team to generate extra income, yet still have time to enjoy the rest of their lives? That's the mystery where all of us are wondering, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Bernard C. and welcome to the MLM Engineers. Hey guys, so today we'll be talking about what makes people buy. So as professional salesmen, sometimes we wish that we have the ability to read people's mind like Professor X, right? So we're often left confused and constantly ask ourselves this question. Why they don't buy from me? Did I do anything wrong in my sales pitch? Why no one is visiting my website or my store? Why I cannot close the sale? So it is normal for us to expect rejections when we try to close the sale. However, for most cases, the reason of a sales rejection does not happen during the sale or when you do the sales pitch. It actually happens before the sale begins, and I'll explain why below. So we have to remember this quote. People buy something because they believe what it benefits them or improves their lifestyle or how it makes them feel better. So you realize that in the end, people always care about their self-interest first. It does not matter how much effort or time that you spend to put in creating these products. If it does not benefit them, it is a bad product itself. So therefore, we must always listen to what the market is trying to tell us and provide the solutions that solves that particular problem they are facing right now. As there are a lot of noise in the marketplace, you have to ensure that you pick your right target market so that the right people take interest in your offered solution. So here are some of the tips that can help you to understand your buyers or consumers. You must find out what their beliefs and perceptions towards all things, if possible. Keep in mind that they are not always right all the time, so it is your role to find out what are the false beliefs that your target market has, and you can counter them one by one using your own solution. So here's a scenario that explains how your solution can tackle their false beliefs. Let's say you're trying to sell a health product that can help people lose weight without exercising a lot. Your targeted customer will definitely have some of their own beliefs towards weight loss products in general, or even the knowledge itself, weight loss. I will list down a few common examples of false beliefs your customers probably have on weight loss products. Weight loss health products are expensive. Is this product safe? Does it work for me? I've tried a lot of weight products before and it did not work. I cannot obtain my desired results as mentioned in those products. So from these false beliefs that you commonly think of or actually heard from in the marketplace, this is where you have to figure out what type of solution that you should offer in order to counter their false beliefs and convince them to buy your solution. Yeah. So note that these false beliefs are just created as an example and explain why it is important to understand your customers. You yourself have to conduct thorough research to find out exactly what false beliefs and problems they are facing right now that actually relates to your solution that you're about to offer, alright? Yeah, so how to win your customers over fast and convince them to buy your products. Now you know about the existence of false beliefs and objections that your customers may have or already have due to their past experiences. I will show you how exactly you can tackle them one by one. But first of all, you must understand that your own product does not sell by itself. It is the sales message that you're delivering to your customers, okay? So why the message instead of the product? Because the message creates buying emotion in your customers and making them realize that they have a problem that needs to be solved and creates a desire to buy whatever solution you provide them later. So you need to make sure that your message actually frame their mindset successfully such that your solution is the best solution they can ever find throughout their entire life experience. Alright? So you will probably be asking, how can I create the sales message that sells? So a good sales message that sells, it contains three main parts: the hook, the story, and the offer. So I'll start off with the hook. So with the advancement of technology, the average attention span of a person is not more than 6 seconds, and he or she is exposed to about 5,000 ads of brands every day. This is according to research online. Yeah, this is shocking as compared to just merely 20 to 30 years ago, where people only have attention span of 20 minutes. That is way more than the attention span of the people right now, and exposed to about 500 ads of brands every day. So you can see the comparison between how many brands one person is exposed every day now, today, compared to last time, few years back, maybe just 20 to 30 years ago. That's a very big difference. So to let them notice your message, you need a good hook headline to grab their attention from what they are doing. Whether it be scrolling through social media platform, watching a video online, or even just browsing through Google. You will need to spend some time developing a good hook, because these hooks provide a very valid reason for people to listen to your stories and finally take a look at what you're about to offer. You may be thinking, okay, what makes a good hook or headlines? To create a good hook, you need to project enough curiosity for your audience to find out what the message is all about. All hooks must be open-ended, so your customer will take the first step towards your funnel and actually listen to your story and maybe purchase what you offer. If the story actually speaks about their problem a lot and they have a huge desire in buying your products, then they will make the purchase. Also, you need to include their desires, the strongest desires, into your headlines to further encourage them just to look at your offer and listen to your story along the way. So a common mistakes that beginner marketers always make is that they answer the questions in their own hook, even though their answers may not be the actual thing they are doing. But if the headline makes the customer thinks they know what you are doing, that's enough for them to not move forward to discover your story and your offer in the first place. Let's take a look at this headline below. Discover how you can lose your belly fats quickly without spending a lot of time working out through ketosis. So in this example headline, this already kills the customer's curiosity on what you are about to offer because the word ketosis. So your offer may be a bit different from what they thought, but the fact that thing they know is enough to convince themselves to not look into your story and your offer. So moving on to the second part, story. So assuming you have a good hook and headline that grabs their attention, you do not want to go put that to waste. So your story will become the next thing that determines how valuable your offer is and break down any possible objections they might have before even viewing what you are about to offer. So you might have doubts on why story can be so powerful. Let's think in terms of what we did in our normal lives. Since a long time ago, in human history, storytelling is one of the most powerful skills to explain a certain topic for others to understand. Moreover, it grabs the attention of those who are interested in the topic. It is one of the best tools for people to relate what you are trying to say, because it indirectly lets them to become the protagonist of the story that you are talking about. So for example, you may be talking about the highlights of your recent vacation trip in Hawaii to your peers that have never been there before. They only know how it looks like based on your story, right? So, however, as you tell your story, they will indirectly visualize themselves in their minds inside your story as well, based on their own perceptions or backgrounds towards the place Hawaii, although you did not tell them in exact detail how the scenario should look like. Can you see how powerful these stories are? You need to make your stories so interesting that your customers can relate to what you said with their own perceptions on why you are who you are now, especially on the pain points, how you can relate those pain points to your customers. And with stories, the customers' buying emotions and desires can be manifested, which leads them to finding out what you're about to offer that satisfies their own desires to be like you. Here are some of the guidelines that you can use to write stories that explains to others why they should listen to you. Try to add in as many emotional elements as possible, since it makes your customer connect with you easily. So these are the two main good examples, good questions that I can actually give it to you, so you can start thinking how you should write a story. So the first question you need to ask yourself, why am I selling this product or service? And the second question you need to ask yourself is, how I got into what I'm doing now. So from there you can create your first story, which is the origin story on where you come from and how you got into what you are doing right now. There are a few criteria that you need to know to pull off a successful story for your sales message. You need to make sure that the customers must come out to the same epiphany as you do when you're making that buying decision last time, or maybe making that decision that becomes your turning point in your life. Also, they must experience why that buying decision is logical, so they can explain to their loved ones why they made that decision and actually buy your product. So moving on to the last point, the offer. So now that your customers have finished your story and they come to an offer. So assuming you have a very good story and also a good headline that actually motivates them to read your story, by now they should have a desire, maybe just depends on how good your story is, the desire changes accordingly. But assuming that they have a strong desire to get your product, to purchase your solution that you're offering that takes their pain away. So your main offer, which is the core product that you want to sell, it must be able to solve their problems by its own, with a price that you want and appeared reasonable to your customers also. So with the right storytelling, they should perceive your offer as something priceless to them. However, in most cases, although your main offer is good, your customer at some cases may not be motivated enough to get it now to solve their problems. Some possible reasons they may have could be the follow-up problems they will experience after purchasing a product, or the question the value for money, or concern about the product guarantee. These reasons are highly dependent on what you are selling to them. So it's a case-by-case basis, alright? Depends on what product you are trying to sell, and also how you actually tell the story to them and how well they can relate the pain points you actually address to their own selves. So this is where you need to add on a few bonuses to support your main offer and solve their potential follow-up problems. By adding more bonuses, your offer will stand out from your competitors who sell similar products with you. This is very important, especially in network marketing or MLM, because technically you already know everyone sells the same product in the same company, right? So here's an example of how to create a good offer stack, which is your main offer plus the bonuses that you can come out with yourself additionally to actually increase the value of what you're about to offer. So I'll give you an example here. So let's say assume that you're selling kitchen tables. So your main product will be kitchen table. Then the bonuses, you start to think, okay, so what are the possible follow-up problems that your customer may have after they purchase the kitchen table from you? So here are some of the sample bonuses that you can relate. So the first bonuses, okay, maybe they need a tablecloth just to decorate the table, right? So because people who buy table, they tend to buy the tablecloth as well. So the second bonuses, okay, so once they get the table, they will probably need to have something that can clean the table, right? Each time they have dinner or have their meals or do something else, do some work on the table, they tend to have, all the debris and the dust, or sometimes even food particles. They will need a proper cleaning kit to actually clean the table, right? After they are done with it. So why not we just offer them a table cleaning kit? So it can be just like detergent or cleaning cloth, or just maybe both, or other things that you can think of that actually helps them to clean the table, right? So the third bonuses, sometimes when customers buy tables, they may think of buying a chair, think of it as buying the whole set. So why not you just offer chairs at the same time? Who knows, the customers that approach you, they may plan to buy the entire set, tables and chairs. You can even put chairs as an upsell instead of a bonus. Well, that depends on how you actually arrange your offer, alright? So the fourth bonuses that I can think of that actually can provide to you is actually decoration ideas or guidelines on how to maintain table cleanliness. So these are all info products. And what I like best about info products is that you don't need to actually take a lot of time to prepare those products, because for the previous 3 bonuses, you may need to spend a bit of money to actually buy these bonuses and sell it together with your kitchen table. But with the fourth bonus, you do not need to actually spend a lot of money, sometimes even no money at all, because it's just ideas and guidelines. And typically you can search them on the internet and actually bundle them up together, right? So it's very little cost at your side. Time, it depends. Maybe you may have spend a bit of more time just to collect all the ideas and guidelines, but it usually doesn't take a lot of time, because even this information you can hire someone to search the info for you. Would that be awesome? Info products is one of the best products you can add as a bonus. So when this offer stack is presented to your customers will see your products differently compared to others due to the bonuses you provide personally from you. So the total perceived value of your offer will increase. And if you add further benefits such as money back guarantee, testimonials, creating one-time offer prices within a limited time, your customers will be so encouraged to buy from you right now, since the offer is too good for them and they do not want to miss that offer. So the key point to create a good offer is to always focus on the benefits you are providing to your customers. The more benefits you provide to your customers with, the more likely they will buy from you. Well, that's logical enough. So I hope you learned something new in creating your sales message for your target customers. So that's all for today's episode, and I wish you all the best in your business. So before you go, I'll also be releasing a free training video series, especially for network marketers or MLM, to show how to build and recruit your own elite marketing team and sell your products without bugging your friends and family. So if you want to be the first to get my video series, please leave a message below, and you can email me at support@themlmengineers.zohodesk.com. Till then, take care.